On this Monday, July 13th, I greet you from the Meadow up here off of Hidden Farm Road overlooking Lower Mud Lake. And may the peace of Christ be with you. It's a beautiful morning. And as we begin this new week, let us take a moment to quiet ourselves in heart and mind and body, that we might be more open to the sacred presence within and around us. Our reading this morning is from Psalm 93. Together, let us listen for what the Spirit is saying to the people. Oh, that today we would hearken to the Beloved's voice. Harden not your hearts as in the days of old, that you would be not separated from love. Be not like those who hear the Spirit's voice and heed it not, thinking to be above the teacher. For life is but a breath in the eternal dance, a gift to be reverenced with trust, an opportunity to grow in spirit and truth. I really like Nancy Merrill's interpretation of that portion of Psalm 93. For life is but a breath in the eternal dance, a gift to be reverenced, an opportunity to grow. Breath. I don't know, maybe you have participated in breath prayers before. Ancient Hebrew belief was that life began with breath, when the Spirit, the Ruach, hovered over the waters and breathed life into human beings. So even the very name, without the vowel sounds in Hebrew, was about God's breath. And if you listen to it, Yahweh, Yahweh. So kind of breathing in the Spirit and breathing out the Spirit. And there are those who practice the breath prayers and would invite you to think about that, finding ways to do that. You can do it with Yahweh, or you can breathe in the Sacred One and breathe out compassion. Or Holy Wisdom, guide me. Holy One, heal me. Loving One, let me feel your presence. Merciful One, have mercy on me. To be mindful of our breath and our breathing is to be mindful of the sacred breath of all of us. Of Yahweh, Yahweh, breathing in and breathing out, that breath in the eternal dance that is a gift, that is an opportunity to grow. Frederick Buechner, writing in his book Godric, says, what is prayer? And this goes to the breath prayer. What is prayer? It's shooting shafts into the dark. What mark they strike, if any, who's to say? It's reaching for a hand you cannot touch. The silence is so fathomless. The prayers like plumets vanish into the sea. You beg, you whimper. You load God down with empty praise. You tell God sins that God already knows full well. You seek to change God's changeless will. Yet Godric prays the way he breathes, for else his heart would wither in his breast. Prayer is the wind that fills his sail, else drift witless tides. And sometimes, by God's grace, a prayer is heard. We think about prayers as being words, and sometimes it's simply just about our breath and being mindful of that, and in that way being mindful of God. As we go into this new week, in the midst of the anxiety and the anxiousness around the continued COVID presence and spikes and the uncertainty of that, the decisions and the pressures we're feeling as schools are talking about what their future will be for the fall, for the students, for the parents, for the teachers. Let us pay attention to our breaths, to be mindful that God is present in all those and in all of us. In this moment of silence, let us breathe together, breathing in the sacred presence of God, breathing out compassion and love, breathing in love's eternal presence, and breathing out the mindfulness of God's sacred presence and others who breathe with us, and together we are the eternal breath of the one in whose image we are all created. May the Lord bless you and keep you this day. May the Lord watch over you. May the Lord be kind and gracious to you and grant you peace, now and always. Amen.